Hi, and welcome to our GLSEN Houston chapter video about what we do here in Houston and what we can provide to you as students in the area. And we do serve the greater Houston, Galveston area, so I just want to let you know what we have to provide in case you want to get in contact with us. So just a little background on the national group. GLSEN is the Gay, Lesbian, Straight Education Network. And it was actually started by teachers originally and focused on training educators mostly. Now, GLSEN is a little broader. It's been around over 20 years, and GLSEN focuses on ensuring safe school for all students, regardless of sexual orientation and gender identity. And in terms of our local chapter, we've been here since 2010, and I did want to let you know what kind of resources we have for students. We have two main goals, and you can see that from the slide. We support LGBT youth, and they're also allies, so it can be heterosexual students and students who don't identify as transgender. We also provide workshops for educators, so we do focus on education in K through 12 settings, and I'll move on and just give you some ideas about what else we do. So ways to contact us are really important. Our email address is a Gmail account that gets checked, and you can send any questions to there, and it'll get passed on to the right person. We also keep a very active Facebook page that we would love for you to become a fan of, and you can keep up to date with what we're doing. We always post pictures from our events there. We announce scholarships that are coming up for LGBT youth to apply for. We keep announcements of different things that are happening in the community, but definitely what our chapter is doing as well. And we also have a website that is through the GLSEN website that's for our chapter, and you can see that there if you want to check that out. And if you just take off Houston at the end of that, glsen.org is the main national website. And a lot of what I'm going to show you in the video is based on the fabulous resources they have there. And so we'll come back to that more. Okay, so it really is all about you, the students. And that's why I wanted to make this video to let you all know that we're here to support you. And we have lots of resources we want to make sure you know about, whether those are online or our chapter resources in terms of coming and helping you with programming or helping to support your Gay Straight Alliance. So, you know, we're here to focus on ensuring safe schools for all students. We envision a world in which every student learns to respect and accept all people, again, regardless of sexual orientation and gender identity or expression. So one of the things you may or may not have heard about before is called Ally Week, and that happens in October. This is a nationally sponsored important week that GLSEN created that focuses on students in schools. It could be middle schools, high schools, lots participate, where students can come out and say, I'm an ally of LGBT students, and I'm taking a stand and saying that we have to change our attitudes, change our behaviors, right, and change our policies. So that week focuses on everybody. It can be any student, and some schools do programming around that week. Now, on the website, allyweek.org, you can find information about different things you can have at your school, different handouts you can print out, stickers, things like that. Okay. Also, you may have heard of No Name Calling Week. A lot of elementary level schools and middle schools participate in No Name Calling Week. It happens every January. And what one of the main really big national projects that happens is an art contest, and students can submit their art that is on the theme of No Name Calling to the national GLSEN organization. However, individual schools and individual teachers, students could do this through their student organization if they wanted to. Also can host art contests about this theme and what it means to, you know, respect other people and not use names to, you know, hurt other people in the school context. So that's a wonderful resource that's on the national website as well. And you probably have heard of the Day of Silence. This happens every April, and the Day of Silence is probably the biggest event that's a GLSEN hosted day that's participated in by lots of students around the nation at the middle and high school level. So if you've ever participated in that, you may or may not have known that it was associated with GLSEN. For a long time, the Day of Silence became popular. People didn't know it was a GLSEN event. So what happens on the Day of Silence is students can choose to take a vow of silence to bring attention to the harassment and the bullying that happens with LGBT students. And there's other ways to participate as well. Sometimes in the evening, a student organization might host a Break the Silence event So those are just some ideas, and the website has great ideas about how to get going on that. For example, you can register, for all of these events actually, you can register online that you're going to participate in the event, and you get announcements and resources and things like that sent to you individually or to your student group. So as you can see, for the Day of Silence, you can get ready, get organized, get connected, and they have all kinds of resources in there and an organizing manual, as you can see. Okay, so wonderful resources on the website. Let me go down to the next thing. You probably already also experienced access to the Think Before You Speak campaign. So this is a GLSEN-sponsored campaign to bring attention, again, to how hurtful it can be for people to use certain anti-LGBT language, right? So this website was created to raise awareness about that issue, and it can be used by student organizations or individual students or schools at a school-wide level to raise awareness about that issue. You may have seen on TV some of the public service announcements that came out of this campaign, and they're still creating more, I think. But Wanda Sykes, who you see on the slide here, she did a commercial where she overhears someone saying that that something in the restaurant is gay, critiquing that item, right? Use it definitely in a negative way, and she goes over to intervene. So it also shows ways for allies to intervene and speak up on behalf of their LGBT friends and family. So also there's a Hillary Duff video. There's a few different ones, but on the website you can find them all. Okay. Also, GLSEN has a studentorganizing.org website, which is basically set up so that gay straight alliances or student clubs that don't go by that exact name but still have the same goals, right? To have a supportive environment for LGBT students where they can come together, do programming, or have that social setting as well that's safe. So the Gay Straight Alliances can go on, and individual students can go on and register at studentorganizing.org. And what's great about that, and you can see from the slide, is you can participate in national events, sign up for that. You can get free resources like buttons and stickers. You'll network with other GSAs, and you'll know sort of what's happening nationally. Connect with us as your chapter, although we're already doing that. And then you get more email updates about events and activities. So I really strongly recommend that you do that, whether you have a group or not on campus, and that we can sort of stay connected in what's happening. The other thing, and this is more directly related to gay straight alliances or other student groups that have that same mission that might be called a different name, and that is the Jumpstart Guide. This is a wonderful resource on the national GLSEN website, so glsen.org, and when you go on there, you can order a Jumpstart Guide, and it's nice and, it's printed up nice and colorful, and it's all bound for you. Or you can actually choose to print the PDF of each chapter or save it onto your computer, so you don't actually have to purchase the physical booklet. And as you can see on the slide, there's a lot in there in that Jumpstart Guide that can help you. So how to build a GSA if you don't already have one, but how to keep one going if you do, right? Examining power and privilege, how to train teachers, how to organize an action campaign, make sure your student club's trans inclusive, right? So there's a lot there. I also want to make sure you notice the red box, which is about our chapter resources and what we can do to support you. If you do have a Gay Straight Alliance or want to start one, we can come out, meet with you and the faculty advisor, talk about ideas, go over the Jumpstart Guide, or answer questions that you have, give you ideas about programming that student orgs sometimes do, and just, support you in whatever way you need support. So let us know about that. We're definitely here to help you. The Safe Space Kit, this is a national campaign that the GLSEN National Office kicked off, and we're trying to basically get a Safe Space Kit in every school in the United States. I know that sounds like a pretty crazy goal. It's a huge goal, but it's really important. And what the Safe Space includes, you can kind of see from the slide, it has a poster in it that promotes inclusive behavior in the classroom and in the school culture, right? And it also comes with stickers so that different offices or teachers may put up stickers to indicate that they're a safe space for students to go and talk to them. But perhaps even more interesting, the Safe Space Kit has individual sections in it, the booklet piece, where a teacher could turn to it if they had a question. So there's a chapter about what do I do if a student comes out to me. There's a chapter that is, how do I make sure that I'm appropriately addressing when students in my classroom say things that are anti-LGBT derogatory remarks, right? What do I do in those situations? How can I make sure that my curriculum, what I'm teaching in the classroom, includes LGBT information? And it's got basic terminology so people can learn about terminology. And so it's a really fabulous resource. Just as I indicated with the Jumpstart Guide, you can either purchase that, and it's $20, so you can purchase it and say which school you want it to go to, and it comes bound and it's nice and it has the poster and the stickers, or you can print out each chapter. Now, of course, in that case, the poster and the stickers and the nice bound copy won't be there, but the information that you need would be there. And so what we're really trying to do is make sure every school, whether it be in a library or the librarian keeps a hold of it, or a teacher or an administrator, someone who's supportive of LGBT students, then other people can then come and use that resource when they need to use it. So I encourage you to think about that. If your school doesn't have one, that maybe think about getting one for your school, or making the printouts into a booklet perhaps. So we can talk about those ideas as well. Okay, so just to sort of wrap up, I want to make sure you remember that GLSEN is a chapter in Houston, is available to help you with other programming that you might do. You know, sometimes student organizations want to do a film and a discussion or a panel, or have a guest speaker about a certain topic or at a certain event day throughout the year. So if you want to do something like that, let us know, and we can sort of talk about the possibilities. So we're available for that kind of support as well. And just as a reminder, our email address is on there on the screen for you, as well as our Facebook page and our website. So I really hope that you will be able to take advantage of the resources that GLSEN.org has to offer, and also your local chapter here in Houston, because we really want to support LGBT students in the area and all students. Because as you know, even the harassment and bullying that happens isn't always targeted at just LGBT students, right? So we're here for you. Let us know what we can do to help you, and we'll hope to hear from you soon.